Ah, tight, 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 yeah!
Shaver? Oh, what you looking at, you dog? I'll roll you, your dog. Oi, chuck us a ciggy, mate. You wanna fight, bro? What flavour, mate?
It's Shopper Reed here. Now it occurred to me there might be kiddies watching, yeah? Hello, kiddies. Fucking hello. Hello.
With all that said, I guess we're just going to get into it and just start going on about fucking what we're going to be yapping about today. We've got a few things to go over. There's some things I want to fucking yell at. I mostly want to talk about this Last of Us cast and the shit that they've been fucking talking about over there. It's kind of dumb in all honesty, but I think they're just teenagers, and teenagers are inherently fucking stupid. Like, it doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl. Just teenagers in general are fucking dumb. So that's what I'm going to put a lot of that down to. And there's a few other little things here and there that I want to touch on as well if we get the time. But there is something that is pretty fucking wild, man. There is some pretty fucking wild shit to see, man. But first thing is first, we got to get the chat open. See who's up in this biatch. Oh, how's everyone doing, man? Oh, la, 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 la. As far back as it will let me go. JLM, hello cunts, fucking hello cunts indeed. What's up, JLM? Blabs got nothing. Surprise, surprise. This is just basic ass bitch Blabs.
I got nothing.
She's off a dial. Words of wisdom. What's up, Dan? How are we doing, Dan? Mozza says slat. A little bit later, myself, Mozza, we're gonna be on Twitch playing fucking Sons of the Forest, and I think we're gonna get like a big team as well. We're gonna be playing with like 6 people, man. I'd love to get that 8 stack, but that should be pretty fun, man. Mara's here. Good morning, Mara. How you doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Natrium, no surprises. Pedro and Powers Hayes. Believe it or not, this one doesn't actually involve Pedro, even though you are right. Your comment is still correct, but it isn't Pedro this time around. He's just a dumb fuck anyway. John motherfucking Connors. What's up, John motherfucking Connors? How you doing? I see my boy Subhuman, man. How you doing, Subhuman? I like Subhuman. He's good people. Brightest Day. Hello, Brightest Day. How we doing? Anomity at work. Much love. I'll catch you when I can. Yeah, cool. Hopefully today doesn't fucking annoy you too much, man. Just remember the rules. Only work hard when the boss is looking, okay? The show isn't even that great. I haven't even seen it. I'm not gonna... I can't justify myself watching it. I feel like me watching it, it just would not sit right with everything that happened. Like getting all those strikes and going through the whole Last of Us 2 drama. I feel like, one, I would not be able to look at it objectively. I would just look for shit to hate because fuck Naughty Dog. And 2, I just don't like them. They can suck my fucking dick. I know how it ends. It ends with Joel getting a golf club to the back of his head from a character that I am to this day still convinced was originally meant to be a trans character, and they're keeping that in their back pocket so they can go, oh, look what we've done. Joshy, how we doing, Joshy? Mute. Was that muted at the start? Boomer? What's up, Superman? Insanity? Oh, I guess it was just the internet. It took a second to kick in. Oh, well. Well, we're good now. That's all that matters. Anthony's here. How we doing, Anthony? I see Mr. Insanity becomes a member. Fucking hell. As a mad lad. Thank you very much, Mr. Insanity, you fucking mad lad. Good playing of you yesterday as well. We got to do that more. But thank you, Mr. Insanity, you sick cunt. See, I'm already demonetized. So all the members, you fucking legends, appreciate that. Yeesh. Sandro. Okay, Sandro. I looked up the Halo script. I kind of want to talk about it, but I don't think I'll have time to today. Maybe on Thursday. Maybe my Thursday. But I looked up the script and I don't know, man. It sounded pretty cool to me. It was a flood horror movie. That sounds fucking awesome. Superman. Mr. Tex. Hello, Mr. Tex. And then Anthony with the 2 through super chat. Good morning, mate. And good morning to you, Anthony. Thank you very much. The kid from The Last of Us makes the children from the Narnia movies look normal. Holy fuck. She does look pretty fucking munted, doesn't she? Even in Game of Thrones, she looked kind of fucked up. Like, they talked about how, like, she stole every scene she was in Game of Thrones. Yeah, because look at her. You can't help but fucking look at her and go, what the fuck is going on there? Barbecue the children. Okay. We still got horror in the form of butt cheeks. This is true. The Halo script is heavy. Maybe not a first into Haloverse, but definitely a sequel material. Okay, so this is I get where you're coming from, John, but fuck them. I want that out to be the first one. You know, like, to me, the whole broader audience thing can fuck off. I'm so sick of Halo trying to do the broader audience thing. They can fuck off with that shit. If they made a Halo movie that just appealed to diehard Halo fans, I would be happy, man. Like, if like people that just play the video games watched the movie and then said, I don't understand that movie, to me, that would be like, oh my God, this is a must see. A must see. Nice shirt. Thank you, Blabs. Oi, Blabs. Okay, now, before we get into some of the main topics, there's something I have to highlight because this is just too fucking wild, man. Dreams do come true. Dreams do come true, guys. Have a look at this. The rumors are true. Happy Punch promo is in talks with Boogie and a Wings of Redemption boxing match for May 2023. Guys, fuck the Cell games. Fuck the Tournament of Power. Fuck every single Dragon Ball tournament that happened. This right here. This is the peak. This is peak. All of cringy, gay-ass, YouTube-rigged boxing is just paved the way to lead to the main event. My man, Boogie, is going to get his head stomped in by the OG Geordie. I'm a Wings of Redemption guy, man. I'm a big Wings of Redemption guy. Wings of Redemption against Syndicate on Bog. Top tier moment. Top tier fucking moment. I cannot wait for this, man. And yes, I have seen the news that Amaranth will also be boxing, but we're going to talk about the Amaranth boxing over on Gronking tonight because this is the event of the decade. This is the event of the millennium. This is everything that's ever happened in human history has led to this moment. The only way this could possibly get any better is a special guest referee, DSP. Now, I want to know who you're putting your money on. Now, I think what's going to happen is they're both gonna fucking die. I think they're gonna get in the ring and just both fucking have heart attacks and die. But holy shit. Like, Goku versus Vegeta got nothing on this, man. This is the peak anime fight of all of them, man. And it does get a little bit better. Because there is some other stuff to show off of this one, man. So what's going on is over here. Let's make sure I'm sharing audio. Okay. Unfortunately, Big Pimp Geordie Wings of Redemption blocked me yonks ago. However, guys, Boogie has put out a video for this. And I'm flying my Wings of Redemption flag. I am team Wings of Redemption, 100%. But let's see what this fat fuck has to say.
This video is going out to you, Jordy. You know, I tried to box Ethan Ralph. And he's too fat. And I tried to box Sam Hyde. But he would have just killed me. But you, Jordy, I think I can knock you out in round 1, son. Come on, Jordy. Come on.
Someone send this to Skirmitar.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Jordy. Come on. Come on, Jordy. Come on. Come on, Jordy. What's the matter, huh? Are you chicken?
That was so good. That was so fucking good. So I want to know, who's everyone putting their money on? I want Wings of Redemption to win. Wings of Redemption is just OG to me, man. OG lolcow. This is gonna be too good. I do think I think the chances of one of them dying in the ring is pretty fucking high. See, Wings of Redemption is actually live right now playing COD. I want Wings to win, but I feel like if I have to put money, I kind of think it's going to be Boogie. He's a crazy man, but I don't know. Wings of Redemption has that psycho fat rage. Like, he's like Fat Boo. He's a retard, but he's got that strength when he needs it. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, this is going to be better than fucking Goku versus Vegeta, Goku versus Piccolo and Dragon Ball. It's going to be better than when fucking Gohan fought Cell. That shit's piss weak compared to this. This is where it's at. All for this. And yeah, like I said, I did hear about the Amaranth fight as well. I'm very keen on this one. This is going to be hot. I'm looking forward to the Amaranth boxing as well. I don't know who this other bitch is. But I just know I want Amaranth to win. That's all I know with that one. But we're going to talk about that one on Gronkin tonight. That one's just too fucking off tap. Holy shit balls, dude. Boogie will win. Wings is lazy as fuck. I don't know. Boogie's pretty fucking lazy as well, man. I need like Mike Tyson and Joe Rogan to commentate it. Not gonna lie, this is better than Ronda Rousey can box clips. Listen, wait, you fat fuck. Yeesh. Oh, man. All right. Anyway, I had to go through that stuff because that shit's just too fucking funny, man. Like, it's too good. It's too fucking good. I was going to show you something on Instagram. Do you want me to still share it with you? Yeah, send it on Instagram, Anthony. I get your DMs, dude. And did you get that rug? Did you get that rug? Let me know, man. Let me know. I can't wait to see this fight, though. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, shit. The StreamYard's fucking retarded. What's this gone pale? They'll both collapse from holding themselves up. I think one of them's going to die. Probably both of them, but if I had to bet money, I'd say one of them. Man, I used to watch Wings of Redemption when I was in like fucking high school, dude. Because he did all that Call of Duty stuff, man. Like, is Wings of Redemption versus Syndicate on BOG, I consider to be peak internet 1v1. Peak internet 1v1. There's, to this day, man, I can go back and rewatch that. It's just too fucking good, man. Too fucking good. All right. Anyways. Let's fucking get this shit open. The fucking Last of Us trash fire. I haven't watched a single episode of the Last of Us TV show. I have no interest in it. Like I said, I don't think I could even look at it and even remotely be objective, considering the whole Last of Us 2 controversy that happened. All the strikes that I got and other people got, I just don't think I could watch this in good faith, even pirating. And my stance on everything is it's morally okay to steal these type of shows. Fuck them. Fuck everyone involved with these shows. And fuck Pedro as well. But now, look, I don't think it's a surprise to anyone that people involved with the Last of Us show are coming out and just talking shit about their fan base. I mean, like, people are acting surprised about this. So, like, do you guys not fucking remember Last of Us 2? This isn't new for them. So the Last of Us star, Storm Reid. Now, this chick's 19, so I'll give her a bit of credit. I think she's just a retarded teenager because teenagers are fucking dumb. So she gives advice to homophobic fans. I need you to get your priorities straight. It's pretty funny, like, to use the word straight when calling people homophobes. And like I've said before, I think when it comes to these types of shows, I think you're better off just going on YouTube and watching the cutscenes if you want to viewing cinematic experience, whatever. And I feel that way about God of War. They're doing that God of War Amazon show. I mean, I didn't play that latest game, but everything I saw, it looks like a fucking movie to me. So we just go and watch all that shit. So let's see what this tard said. So Stormway is weighing in on some of the backlash Last of Us have experienced after airing the episode focused on the love story of Nick, or what is called Bill, and Frank. All right, now here's the thing. I call bullshit on that one because I didn't see a whole lot of homophobic backlash. What I saw was people bending over backwards to defend this. This show looks like it sucks asshole. Well, in this particular episode, there probably was some sucking assholes going on. Well, you know, that's what you're into. Who am I to judge, right? But I think it's the exact opposite. I didn't see any homophobic backlash. I saw it being praised to high fuck. People were coming out and going, "Oh, I wish every video game adaptation could be this standard." I'm like, really? The standard where they said we're not even going to have spores in our show? Really? That's the standard? Not having spores in a Last of Us show is the equivalent to a mainline Star Wars movie not having the Force. It's like, yeah, it's kind of an important detail. So like Bella said, she plays Ellie. Like Bella said when episode 3 came out, if you don't like it, don't watch. Now, that type of stuff right there, that's some Frost G4 type retardation right over there, man. Now, personally, I actually kind of agree with that sentiment, but that's not the way to word it. That's just not the way to word that. That's how you turn everyone off really fucking quickly. Okay, she told Entertainment Weekly in an interview, "We are telling important stories. We're telling stories of people's experience, and that's what I live for." No, you're telling the story of a video game that came out towards the end of the PlayStation 3's life cycle. The writers of this show, you know, apart from the ones that actually were involved with the game, you're copying someone else's work. This isn't some groundbreaking fucking Tolkien level stuff over here, man. You're copying what came to a video game console 2 generations ago. Okay? And that's what makes good storytelling, because we're telling stories of people who are taking up space in the world. Yeah, a world that was created on the PlayStation 3. So again, I'm just going to say dumb teenager over here. So Reid was referring in an interview with her co-star Bella Ramsey, who gave British GQ, where she talked about the backlash. Once again, I don't see backlash. I saw a whole lot of defense and praise for this. And I don't know. Maybe it is actually good. I haven't watched it. I have no interest in it. Everything I've seen does not appeal to me. And Fuck Naughty Dog. Like, it really is that simple to me. I said it a few years ago and I'll say it now. Fuck Naughty Dog. So we have a quote here from Ramsey who says, I know people who will think what they want to think, okay, but they're going to have to get used to it. If you do not want to watch the show because it has gay storylines, because it has a trans character, then that's on you and you're missing out, Ramsey told the publication. I love how, like, she doesn't at all just go in. Like, if that was me, I would have said something like, hey, if you're a Last of Us fan, maybe you would enjoy this, and that's more than enough reason to check it out. Instead, no, they got to come out and talk about homophobe this and transphobia that. Like, again, I'm just going to chalk it up to these young women are in their teens. Well, at least one of them is. And I believe all teenagers are inherently retarded. When I was a teenager, I was a retarded. And when you were a teenager, you were retarded. You know, that's part of being a teenager. So Reed plays Riley. Oh, come on. Reed plays Riley. Oh, come on. Reed plays Riley in the HBO drama series A Love Interest to Ellie, which episode 7 focused on the relationship. So Reed has some words for the haters. It's 2023. If you're concerned about who I love, then I need you to get your priorities straight, she said. But this isn't you and your love. This is the character that you're playing in a show based off a PlayStation 3 game and who she has the hots for in said universe. It's not actually your girlfriend. Okay. There's so many things to worry about in life. Why are you concerned that these young people or anybody love each other? Love is beautiful. And the fact that people have things to say about it is just nonsense. Wow. I think the best way to sum this up is just dumb teenagers, man. Just dumb teenagers. I really don't get where she's coming from with the whole homophobic fans. I've seen nothing but praise and people going out of their way to overly defend it, in all honesty. It's quite bizarre. I don't get it. I am confused. Oh boy, but what do you lads think? See a few more people have rolled on in. Cell Shade is here. What's up, Cell Shade? How we doing? Good to see you, Cell Shade. Good artist, Cell Shade. Him and Megatron, man. They're some good artists. Wait, being homophobic is being straight? Prioritize homosexuality is to get your priorities curbed. Eee. Commander Phil. Watch or play the first game. Leave it at that. Agreed. It's impossible to do a proper God of War non-game beyond a comic or a book. Yeah. Like, I think you're better off just... Same with... they're doing Ghost of Tsushima as well. Like, I would just watch the cutscenes. Now, I don't think that applies to all games. Something like Gears of War, Halo, I feel on paper you could make a whole show about, a whole universe about. Well, they literally are, I guess. Bending over backwards and forwards, technically. Yeah, my mistake. What's up, Solar Assassin? Kenzo, you mad lad? Good to see you, man. Sucking ass. I also saw a Gronk named Mulger is here and Sean's here. Fat Steven, they wasted Bill as a character in your opinion. It was a good episode, but they wasted the interaction Joel, Ellie, and Bill had and changed his death. Oh, did they? I didn't even know they did that. No shit. Seen so much love for this shit. Yeah, I honestly, most of what I've seen has just been a lot of praise and defense for this show. But there is a little bit more to this. And then Anthony Gaming with the 10 through super chat. You fucking legend. Just sent a TikTok of you, this crazy woman. She's delusional and woke, and she talked about periods. Oh, yuck. A lot of TikTok, and we haven't gotten the rug yet. We're going to get it next week in the headset. Love and life. Get that rug, motherfucker. Thank you, good sir. Dr. Coffinails. Fuck him in the a-hole. Exactly. Fuck him. Yeah, fuck Naughty Dog, man. It's real. All of it. Shut mouth, can't. Okay, now there is a bit more to this. Jared, what's up, man? Not interested in watching it. You'd rather read something made by someone in the fellowship. Yeah, each their own, I guess. But then it gets funnier. It gets funnier. Because does this remind you of anything else? So not everyone got to see the Last of Us show's big kiss because it's been censored in some places. How fucking hilarious. We're back to this old chestnut, hey? We're going to virtue signal like a motherfucker doing all this representation. Look at what we're showing off. Oh, exactly. But when we get to a point where, you know, this other place doesn't want us to show it, yeah, we're going to censor it just to make sure that we can still get the views from over there, hey? Absolutely fucking pathetic, okay? If you're really going to go down that route, at least commit to it and stick to it. But nope. They're not going to fight for it. They don't believe in any of the bullshit they're saying. So the kiss between Ellie and Riley during the Left Behind episode was edited out of OSN Plus. What the fuck is an OSN Plus anyway? So last night's heartbreaking episode of The Last of Us featured a moment of hope and love where two characters kissed. Okay. Cementing how they truly felt about each other. First of all, just look at, like, yeesh. It was a key moment in the episode and was pulled directly from the source material. Now they're referring to the that DLC that was added. I know a lot of it's actually kind of mixed. A lot of people didn't like it. So the kiss was also completely absent if you're watching the episode on OSN Plus, a streaming service out of Dubai. Well, that explains why they didn't want to show it over there. They don't like that type of stuff over there. However, isn't this supposed to be such a big monumental occasion? Yeesh. Before we go any further, here's the spoiler warning for folks who haven't seen the episode or played the DLC it was based on. So leave now if you want to remain unspoiled. Well, look, the DLC's been out for many fucking years. So in episode 7, how many episodes are they doing of this? Episode 7 on HBO Max, The Last of Us, the show goes a different direction. Instead of continuing the story of 2013's Last of Us, this new episode adapts the DLC from the game, which was called Left Behind. And like I said before, I remember it being pretty mixed back in the day. A lot of people didn't like it. Into a somewhat standalone story that has connections to the current series storyline. And just like in the beloved DLC, in last night's episode, we see Ellie and Riley hanging out in the mall, playing an arcade game. Apparently Mortal Kombat was one of the arcade games there. Dressing up in Halloween masks and eventually kissing. However, some viewers and Last of Us fans outside of the US were upset to see the iconic kiss between the two women reportedly cut from the episode. This is the women in question. Yeesh. Oh boy. So over in the Middle East and North Africa, The Last of Us is exclusively available on OSN Plus. And according to viewers on Twitter, the streaming service quietly and smoothly cut out the kiss. One viewer even shared the video of the cut kiss compared directly to the way the episode played out on the HBO Max. Okay, that's how did they cut it? How did they cut it? Did they just black screen it?
What? Okay. What?
So just nothing happens? Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Wow, so it's just full fucking cut. Yeesh. Well, that's fucking pretty fighty, isn't it? All this virtue signaling, and yet when it comes to showing it in Dubai, they just cut it out completely. Just like the lesbian kiss in Star Wars was cut out of China. How fucking funny is that? Absolute fucking trash. And like I said before, man, honestly, I just see a lot of people fucking defending it. It's pretty fucking munted, right? Pretty fucking munted. Oh, but wait. There's a little bit more. Oh yeah, it's a Last of Us hate stream. Haven't done a Last of Us hate stream in a year or so. Last of Us director admits to tricking audience to push gay storylines. I don't think he tricked anyone. I think everyone knew exactly. That's exactly what they were going to do. Who was actually tricked? It's the Last of Us. You know, post Last of, you know, in a world where Last of Us 2 exists, I don't think anyone was tricked by this at all. You know, if there was only the first game, yeah, I think there's the argument that people were tricked. But however, come on, man. Really? Who was actually tricked? They kind of told you they were going to do it. Yeesh. All right. So, in an interview with Inverse regarding the third episode of the series, Hoare was asked, his name's Hoare, was asked about how he approached directing actors Nick and Murray throughout the episode. And part of his answer, he stated, sometimes you have to sort of trick the rest of the world into watching these things before they're like, oh my God, it was two guys. I just realized. I think they might understand it's all real if it's just the same love. See? It's all bullshit. Fucking it. It's not the same love. What the show and Hoare are trying to depict is love is anything. But what they are depicting is the sin of lust and sodomy. Oh, well, I mean, if you go that far into religion, yeah, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. Pope John, who cares? Blah, blah, blah. In the latter series, the church's teaching of marriage, see, this just goes into like some fucking religious stuff, but whatever. I mean, I got my own beliefs, but I don't think it's really relevant to the argument. After pointing out ample evidence to this point, the letter says there are absolutely no grounds for considering homosexual unions anyway to be similar or even remotely analogous of God's plan for marriage and family. Yeah, I don't think that surprises anyone. Like in Christianity and Catholics, they're not exactly into that type of stuff. So he just goes on about how he, quote, tricked the audience. But again, I just don't see how anyone was tricked. They said this from the fucking jump that this is what they were going to do. You can't even say it's the first game of DLC is bullshit, pandering crap. Yeah, I was just saying, a lot of people didn't like it, man. A lot of people were a bit iffy on that one. But again, like, I just don't think anyone... Well, even with the DLC, yeah, fuck it. We'll look just in the world where the DLC exists. I don't think anyone would have been tricked. The Last of Meh should be the name of the show. The Last of Meh. Meh. Look, I haven't watched a single episode of the show. I don't plan to. Fuck Naughty Dog. My point will always come back to Naughty Dog can suck my ass, man. And I would encourage anyone who is watching it to sail the high seas. I believe it is totally moral in order to do so. Sorry, what is this? People weren't tricked, but the number of people I saw getting all emotional over episode 3, the feels on Twitter was astounding. Yeah, it got a lot of love, man. It got a lot of love and a lot of defense, man. Like, a lot of people are very sensitive about defending The Last of Us. I don't see why. I don't think it's any hill to die on. I mean, go for it, I guess. Like, who am I to judge you for that? But I don't think it's that good. After Last of Us 1, I think the whole series is just tanked, chalked, in the bin. Not worth the time, not worth the effort. But, you know, there is always Pirate Bay. Your cigar boat is full tank to sail the seas. Lots of storage space. We'd be stocking up on storage space, my boys. You hated episode 3. It was an entire episode of a flashback and filler that led to nothing happening. Isn't that so common these days as well? What's up, Abomination? Well, actually, we have someone backstage to bring in. Grant, my mate, how you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
Good, good, good. Have you been watching Last of Us?
I stopped at the third episode. After that one, I figured that they're gonna go in a completely different direction, and I acquired the fourth episode, and it's still sitting on my computer. I just haven't watched it. It's been a while, and I've heard not a lot of I've heard no real buzz about the actual series, so nothing's drawn me back into it. I liked the third episode, but it was completely pointless to the entire series. You don't put the longest episode as your third episode, make it a filler about a character who was in the game for all of 20 minutes, and then kill him off just so you can have a gay relationship.
Lol. So, just up to episode 1, 2, 3. Well, did you enjoy it?
I liked the first episode because I felt like where they were, we could actually see it, because we've been so used to this volume shit where everything's, the backgrounds are all so flat and you can tell that it's on a stage and everything. But this actually looked like a film. The set pieces, the world building, was good. They had a few different things. I liked Anna Troy as fucking what's her nuts. I can't think of her name. Though they uglified her for some reason, because she's a beautiful looking woman. And they made her look like really ugly for some weird reason. You actually get to see her get killed in the second episode, unlike in the game where you just walk in and you find her after that. But she has this weird makeout scene with one of the zombies.
Are you talking about Tess? Yeah,
Tess,
I got told Tess kisses a fucking clicker in this.
Well, no, okay, what happens is she's in a room full of grenades and she's knocked over all these petrol. These are incendiary grenades, grenades that when you pull the pin and let go, fire happens. The floor's covered in petrol. Instead of the federales coming in, like it is in the game, in that building, it's the clickers.
Yeah.
And she's already been bitten. So the dialogue, the one thing I'll give them credit for is when they do the dialogue, they're taking the dialogue directly from the game with certain things. And even though I think a lot of the times the scenes were acted better in the game, I like the new subtleties that each character is bringing into that dialogue. And this was, I think the second episode was pretty decent. Hey, Sean. Overall, but the third one was easily the best episode, but it had nothing to do with anything. It would have been great as its own little short film. Like Nick Offerman in that carried that entire episode. He's a phenomenally good actor, but it essentially boiled down to a love story involving a double suicide at the end. Oh, and by the way, this happens to be set in the world of Last of Us. And this is our third episode. So up until that point, they dedicated 33% of the show to a character that's not going to be in any other episode. And its only relevance was, oh, by the way, there's a truck and there's a battery in the fridge.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, and the note, instead of the note being saying, "Oh, I hate you, Frank," from Frank saying, "I hate you, you're the worst thing that happened to me." It was Bill saying, "You need to find someone to protect. Make sure you don't let nothing bad happen to Tess." And because at that stage, Tess had already died, so that's what it evolved into. And then all I'm hearing now is this stuff, like the stuff from the cast and the crew and the creators and everything. And I'm just sick of it.
Well, I'll get your take on this in just 1 second. Let's catch up with the chat. But thank you for popping on as well, by the way, Grant.
I appreciate it, man.
A Gronk named Moja with a 10 through super chat. Thank you very much for a Gronk named Moja. He says, "Oi, you dogs! I'd rather be drunk on some Johnny Walker and 4X Gold." That's just disgusting. Then watch Neil Cuckman's crappy TV show. Hashtag in the bin.
Well, he must really hate the show if he wants to drink 4X.
Yeah, 4X is disgusting, guys. 4X is disgusting. G'day, Tim. How we doing? I love how someone pointed out that they somehow still have supplies for toilet paper after like 15 years.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If real world has taught us anything, if a pandemic happens, there is no toilet paper.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess that's fair.
They've ran out of Adderall and aspirin and all that Panadol and that sort of shit, but they got a full supply of Donny Roll.
Bella Ramsey does look weird. I don't give a fuck how young she is. She is a weird looking young woman, man. She looks fucking weird. She looked weird in Game of Thrones. I don't think it's a hot take to say she looks weird. She looks absolutely nothing like Ellie either.
No, I mean I think I don't know what it is with the modern thing that they've got to take all the girls who look like Ellie was a cute little kid.
Yeah,
playing the
she was
simple
supposed to have that
and
whole daughtery vibe going.
that was the whole point. She spoke like I look at Bella Ramsey's version of this character, and I think that she could survive easily in this world. She looks like a tough thing. Where I don't think I got that vibe from Ellie. Ellie was the innocence that needed to be protected.
Yeah,
Joel saw the failure in his own daughter, with her, but I don't. It's not the same in the series. She's telling Joel what to do 90% of the time.
oh, yuck! Really?
Yeah, I mean, there was one slight change where she's like, "You can't blame me for what happened to Tess. That wasn't my fault. You're the one that decided to do that." I'm like, okay, I get that point of view, but everything else, like, it's the typical, "Oh, I'm young, I'm snarky, I get to tell everyone what to do," and no one has a retort to me. But then again, as I said, I've only seen up to episode 3, so if it's changed from 4 onwards, then I don't know.
Well, what did you make of this one? Giving advice to the homophobic fans, because, like I said, for me, it was I've mostly only seen praise for it.
Yeah. So the whole thing about it is they take 1 or 2 articles and other things like that, and then they extrapolate that to. Here's the thing: if you're homophobic, you're not a fan of the show. So there's no such thing as a homophobic fan of the show. Because if they're going to dedicate that entire thing, you're not going to say, "Well, I'm a fan of the show, but I hate gay people," knowing exactly where the series goes. Like
Doesn't make much sense, does it?
Yeah, like it's the fact of the matter is that if this person didn't say anything, no one would be talking about her. Plain and
Very
simple.
true. I never even heard of her until now. But I do, like I said before, I do think a lot of it just comes down to being a teenager, and teenagers are inherently stupid. You've seen clips where they showed how some clips were taken word for word from the game. Yeah, I saw that too, and I'm not against that. It just doesn't look as good. Like, somehow a show today does not look as good as a PS3 game. Like, the world just doesn't. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look run down enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think because, and I can understand, and maybe this is just using a little bit of headcanon, the world isn't as fucked up as it is in the series as it is in the game because there are no spores.
Yeah, but, okay.
So
Maybe,
there's a
that
lot
makes
more.
sense,
There's
but
a lot more
they go.
travel, a lot more expedition. So people don't have to abandon places just purely simply because there's something nearby. If they can defend it, then they're fine. The spores don't really mean anything, but they've got this weird. Now, every creature is connected. If they put their hands to the ground, the mycelial network, whatever it is, they can contact someone from across the other side of the country through it. It's a weird, it's a weird thing, and I don't remember that in the game at all.
Spores are very important, though. Like,
That's
they should be
yeah.
there.
But it'd be another series where Pedro Pascal would have to wear a mask all series.
Yeah. Can't have that, can he? Oh, man, it's so fucking bizarre.
There's no Tom Hardy.
There's no Tom Hardy. No Tom Hardy. Didn't Shields praise that the show shows gay love can bloom in the apocalypse or something like that? Given how it ended for them, what the fuck were the Shields saying? Yes, I know what you're referring to. There was a whole lot of them coming out and saying, like, it's so good to have a post-apocalyptic gay love story. I'm like, oh, you mean when they kill themselves? Is that the one we're pushing for now? Is that the one we're all trying to get in on? Yes.
Well, also the line in it was, I'm not happy with it, but this is objectively the most romantic thing anyone's ever done for me. I'm like, if you love this guy and he's got a chance of living, you're happy that he's killing himself with you. It was a weird message with it. Like if it was me, I'd be fuming. I'd be like, no, because the guy's in a wheelchair, he's got cancer or something or other. They don't exactly know what it is, but yeah, he's months from death. And like Nick Offerman's character is still still fully functional, and he decides to do it. Like they changed that part of it, but their happy ending is the death of two gay people, and we're the homophobic ones. Their ideal of a happy ending. I don't know if a lot of these people know what a happy ending is in the gay community, but it doesn't involve a double suicide.
Yeah, that's just such a weird way to look at it, man. Like, I see this here, but first of all, Faye, hello, Faye, how are you doing? No butthole will be safe in the post-apocalyptic world. And do you know where I think that got showed off the best? Wes from Mad Max 2. This is your worst nightmare. A gay biker that's just out of control in the apocalypse. Now that is my idea of gay representation right there. Like the badass of the movie is this motherfucker out here, and no butthole is safe from this man. He's out there doing his thing. Like it's like Dave Chappelle made that joke where he's like, "I like the 80 gays. The gays from the 80s were way cooler," and I agree. When I think of a homosexual in the apocalypse, I want a Wes. I want a Wes. That's my idea of a homosexual in the apocalypse. Not some Last of Us lovey-dovey, oh, look at me, we're all going to do a suicide pact. Fuck that. I want a Wes.
Yeah,
Like,
their idea of romance is I'm going to take you behind the tree for 3 minutes and you're going to shut your mouth. There we go. Done. Romance. Post-apocalyptic style.
Yeesh. I don't know. If I was a gay dude and they asked me, what do you want to see as representation of your sexuality? I'd go, give me more of this dude. All he does is scream at people and, you know, do horrible, terrible, terrible, terrible things with him. It's just such weird. Like, I am putting a lot of this comment down to a fact that I think it's a double whammy because actors are idiots and teenagers are idiots. And it's a teenage actor.
And she's a woman.
And she's a woman, so she never had a chance. It's like 5 strikes right there. But that's how I see this. Like, I think she's just kind of seeing the industry around her and being like, this is the go-to defense or whatever. That's what you should be saying.
It could also be a pre-defense sort of thing. Like, if I'm not talking about it, they're going to think that I'm against it.
Yeah, it could be. It's a sad state of affairs, though, isn't it? When this is. But yeah, I am still
one of the most positively reviewed shows on the planet, and this is the headlines that are coming out.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm confused about. So look, if we just go Last of Us, I don't know, Meta. Oh, I should probably go HBO show. The game will come up. HBO series reviews. You're gonna see a lot of positive. See right fucking here. Boom. Boom. Look at that. Look how positive it is right off the bat. 97 on Rotten Tomatoes, 9.1. Fuckload of 5s.
The fact that you're getting it on IMDb pretty much proves that the people who hate most things are liking it. If you go onto IMDb, see how many. Here you go. 250,000 people have voted on it.
Yep.
So it's not like it's a small pool of people who have voted for it. So like
ranked number 1 on popularity as well.
Yeah, there you go.
It's getting a lot of fucking love, man. But yeah, you're right. This is the angle they got to go with. It's fucking so dumb.
But I will admit, it is better than I expected.
That's fair, I guess. I mean, I would have expected dog shit from its announcement. So you're expecting dog shit and you just got normal shit.
Yeah. I think, as I said, I think it started off pretty good. It had enough world building and everything, and Pedro Pascal barely said anything, so his acting was on point. And yeah, as I said, I just haven't had the desire to watch the rest of it. I was waiting after the first episode. The second episode come out, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. I was unironically excited for it.
Tom's in the chat. Rogue Attraction. Listen, dude, take the red pill. Get rid of Fortnite and come play Warzone with me. Take the red pill. The choice is yours. Now, here's the real question that I want to get from you, Grant. Who's going to win?
Okay, well, they've both been in jail, so they've both got that. They've both got that thing. Like, I mean, Wings tried to rob a place and Boogie tried to shoot someone. So, after seeing Boogie throw those punches, I think I got Wings.
Really?
I think I've got Wings. Like, I think the fact of the matter is, I don't think Boogie has the stamina to do it. I genuinely don't think that he'll be able to do it. But I think what's going to happen is if they do end up fighting, it's just going to be they're both going to tilt their head back and they're just both going to start swinging until one of them gets tired, has a heart attack, and dies, and the other one wins on a technicality.
I think they're both going to die, man. Like, this is going to be...
We can hope.
It's going to be pretty intense for both of them. I really want Boogie to win. Boogie's my dude. But if I was going to put money, I'd say Boogie will win. But I really want Wings to win.
Well, he definitely has the weight advantage at the moment.
Oh, man. This is going to be wild, dude. And the Amaranth fight as well. It's going to be pretty crazy. All right.
Wait, Amaranth fighting?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dude. I'm going to save this for later tonight. Amaranth set to make boxing debut at Ibai's upcoming event. She's going against some bitch. I don't know. I don't think she speaks English. All I know is society loses, but I win.
Amaranth's going to get crushed in that one.
You reckon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be rough? Dude, you can't. Dude, she'd be so worried about her face getting busted up, man. She needs that.
That's the moneymaker.
It's gonna be fucking wild. Okay, one last thing before we get going, because
oh god, that other chick's in her 30s. I didn't realize that.
So she's an experienced beatdown. Ant-Man 3 star fought for MODOK's butt after it was cut. Have you seen the images of MODOK's ass cheeks going around?
No.
I don't understand modern Marvel movies. MODOK's butt cheeks are a thing.
I mean, we got Thor's ass. Now they want MODOK's. Like,
what the fuck? Okay, it's a weird Kinder Surprise. So MODOK and his butt have been a contagious part of Ant-Man 3, but apparently we weren't always going to see much of him. Have you seen Ant-Man 3?
Yeah, I watched it.
Any good?
It was
terrible? Shit.
To say it was a bad film, I think it would be doing a disservice to bad films. It was a boring film.
Yeah.
Like I checked out 10 minutes into it when it was just like, oh yeah, you saved the entire universe, Scott, but you're happy with your life. You're an asshole, blah blah. Why haven't you done more? And everyone was shitting on him consistently, and the whole quantum realm doesn't make any fucking sense.
All right, well, now strangely, Ant-Man has often been discussed alongside Butts. Some viewers wanted to see him go up Thanos' ass and explode him, but there was a moment of nudity in Ant-Man 3 that can be added to the conversation. Midway through the film, Darren Cross, who was once the formidable Yellow Jacket, who is now MODOK, appears in the quantum realm. We get a brief sequence explaining how this came to be, and it includes a blink and you'll miss it shot of MODOK's ass.
Yeah, I didn't. If it was on screen, I didn't even notice it.
While it's not the first time nudity has been flashed in the Marvel movie, this shot did blow up on Twitter with one user stating, "I can't lie, the highlight of Quantum Mania had to be MODOK's bare butt."
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeesh. Why is that? Why? Like, it's a known thing how, like, their visual effects people, their CGI people are, like, overworked, and you got to create MODOK's fucking butt cheeks, and Jesus.
No, just saying, you got to make sure you've got the right occlusion for the lighting and everything, and, like, it's just, like, there's no detail on its back, but yet they had to make sure that there's detail on the butts.
It's a minion's butt.
I always imagine that's what Moz's chin really looks like.
However, there has been some censorship when it comes to the butt shot. Good Morning America had to blur it out while releasing clips, for example. Honestly, I think the blurred one looks a little bit better, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Turns out, not only is it blurred out, but it was almost going to be cut altogether. I think that would have been the smarter play. So, according to MODOK actor Corey Stroll, in an interview of comicbook.com, he stated, quote, "On the very first day I visited set, I went to the offices. They showed me all the art and animatics. They showed me a brief one of the scene I'm in, and I laughed hysterically. I thought it was so brilliant and funny. And then I heard that they were going to cut the scene, and I lobbied pretty hard for them to put it back in. I can't take credit for having that in there, but I will." Why would you go schizo trying to get the CGI butt cheek on screen, man? Like, that's a weird thing to fucking do.
It's like you couldn't have worked on any of your dialogue or any, because like literally his big come to Jesus moment was being yelled at saying don't be a dick, and he's like, that's right, I am a dick, I'm now a hero, and now he's a good guy. That's literally what happens. He gets called a dick, starts crying, and then Cassie, whatever it is, the daughter turns around and says, you just got to stop being a dick. And he's like, yeah, and he's big triumphant cheer. He's screaming at Kang saying, I'm not a dick.
Wow.
But
that's fucking
you fought
atrocious.
to make sure that the butt was shown. Well, it's not even your butt.
It's a CGI ass. That's a weird thing to defend. Hey, I refuse to do the movie unless that CGI butt cheek is in the film. So the film's director has also given comments on the nudity, even revealing to Yahoo Entertainment the notes he made about how it should be censored. Well, so MODOK has a very different butt than Thor or Hulk. How are these fucking... Why is this a thing?
Well, okay, now it's got me curious. You have to go, okay, what's his dick like then? Is it shriveled or is he like... Is he packing?
Does MODOK got fucking?
Has MODOK got like a
dick?
snake? You know, like did his legs and butt shrink, but his penis stayed the same size, so therefore he now looks like more of a man.
It's the more you ask, the more questions I have, the worse it gets. That visual effects shot where we show it was something that struck us as very funny. Why do you consider that very funny? This quick version and sort of grotesque. And I remember with every visual effects shot in the movie, you get the shot back from the vendor and you analyze it and give it notes. So you got to take notes going, all right, how do we... What do we add to MODOK's ass? How do we shape MODOK's butt cheeks? And this is what they come up with. And I'm going to admit to you here in front of everybody that one of my favorite notes in the shot was like, oh, that's really great, but you need to see a little bit more of his butt crack in this. That was an actual note given to everyone who agreed in the room, and you see it in the movie where it landed. They had a conversation and took notes about MODOK's butt crack.
But I think you skipped over the most important part. Everyone agreed with that note. He said.
Everyone just got together and was like, "Yeah, okay."
They're like, "Yeah, we need to fix this situation ASAP. Like this blurred butt thing is not on."
Oh my lordy!
So they went back. They didn't fix the aspect ratio of his face, but they made sure that his butt was better to be seen.
Oh god, yeah. I haven't seen a Marvel movie since Endgame, and I hate to say it, but I don't think MODOK's butt cheeks or butt crack will be bringing me back to the theater. I will not be rushing to participate in the viewing of the MODOK butt crack. Like, I think like MODOK was always going to look kind of stupid in live action anyway, but I expected something a little bit better than a minion's ass cheek hanging out lopsided with CGI notes being passed around.
Yeah, like the whole point of him, he's supposed to look like this mangled sort of thing. He's not even supposed to look human in any, like that's just a human's face that's just been enlarged. His eyes are supposed to be huge. He's supposed to have like sharpened teeth. He's supposed to be like a killing machine.
Yeah, and this is what we got instead. This is
Yeah.
what we got instead. It is a sad state of affairs. But anyway, I'm going to start to wrap it up here. I normally go for about an hour on these streams, and it literally just hit the hour mark then. So that's pretty good timing. In about 2-ish hours or so, I will be over on Twitch playing Sons of Forest. I think we're actually going to have like a really big lobby as well, so that should be fun. Do you have that game, Grant? Sons of
I
Forest?
certainly do. Yeah, me and the missus are gonna. I think we're gonna do a stream on her Twitch channel tonight. Hopefully, if not tonight, it'll be tomorrow.
lit.
So she hates any of those sort of survival horror games, and so this should be a lot of fun.
No, it's a pretty fun game, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's
Apparently,
fun.
it just gets straight into it in this one. There's no dilly dallying around like, oh, what's going on here? What's going on? Apparently, like straight off the bat, you're seeing shit as soon as you land or crash or whatever it is. I'm assuming it's another crash.
It's a helicopter crash.
Helicopter, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it gets into it quicker than the first one, that's for sure, and there's more to do. It's fun. But Grant, what have you got going on? Anything you want to plug?
No, nothing at this stage. I'll just be bouncing around different streams here and there, and yeah, and until I finish editing all these interviews that I've got, I'll let everyone know. Thanks for having me on, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for popping on. It is fun doing these. The plan is to do this Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday in the morning. I'm not going to 100% to commit to that, but that is the goal. Obviously, some days something will come up, but all in all, I want to do more morning streams for about an hour and just talk a little bit of shit. But once again, thank you everyone for coming out. Smash that thumbs up button on the way if you haven't already. A big thank you to Mr. Insanity for becoming a channel member. And thank you to all the channel members as well, because the way I talk over here, I get demonetized like that. So y'all, some legends. But on that note, boys and girls, have a good day, night, evening, whatever it may be. Mr. Grant, do you have any inspirational words to give people as we say goodbye?
Yeah. Don't get fat, don't get murdered, and try not to be a simp.
Perfect. We'll see you later. Ta-ta.
Oh, sorry. You probably thought I was a drop bear. No, it's me, Bush Barbie. And today, I'm here to talk to you about dingers. Because like you, this bush has seen a cockatoo. Regardless if you like it deep in the bush or prefer it in the outback, make sure you look after your wombat hole. So many critters can get down there. And believe me, it's enough to make your dango go drier than a dead dingo's donger in the desert. So don't do it. Even if he is a fun guy. Yeah, so by all means go wild. Just make sure you take a moment, in the moment, to use a moment, so you can keep the devil out of your tassie and the jelly out of your box. That's it.